Learn these 4 basic camera framings in 5 minutes. Why I'm using this word basic is because some of these people that always feel as if they are good, I don't know what they are shooting this period.
What did you say?
And that is why I said you should watch this video. I know that most of you that are actually watching this video that thinks you are professionals. It is vital you watch this video. It is very, very important you watch this video because this thing must stop. Whenever you're shooting, do not shoot as if you're shooting for yourself. Shoot as if you are the audience watching. As I'm shooting this thing, what will the audience say about this thing? The audience would actually want to know what this place is talking about. This shot I'm taking, the audience want to see what these people are talking about. That is how you shoot and using your frames. I hate seeing what I don't like. Welcome back, guys. This is Alien World Media and I am Derek Amani. Please don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Hit the notification bell for more of my videos. Like, comment, share this video, and let's move to the business of the day. Now, the reason why I'm saying this is because I've been watching so many videos out there, and bro,
I am not impressed with what I'm seeing.
From what most videographers and cinematographers are shooting. Yes, I know that most of you would actually say, just watch and pass. But I cannot watch it and pass.
Bam. Okay.
Me, I like perfection, I like creativity, I like good things. Do you understand? And this is one thing you should know, that camera framing is also part of storytelling. In fact, anything that has to do with cameras, they all tell a story. Lights, sound, camera frames, music, everything tells stories, and they must all align. This is what I always say. They must always align. But you see some videographers, cinematographers, even content creators will just go and shoot because of why? Because you have the opportunity to handle the camera, and then you feel you must just shoot anything. It is not making sense. So I am here now to let you know that these camera framings actually tell stories, and they have what they are supposed to do whenever you're shooting. As a cinematographer and a videographer or a creator, in fact, a creator in general, they have things. These things are supposed to be the things you're supposed to do or to know. Now, these are the 4 camera basic frames that I'm going to tell you, and I'm going to tell you what they are meant to do. First of all, extreme wide. Extreme wide is actually known for establishing an environment. You understand? For example, when you're shooting a video and you want to establish an environment, maybe a house or a building, or maybe we have a group of persons having a conversation, it is where you start opening your shots when you're telling a story or when you're shooting a movie. Most of you would actually agree with me that whenever you're shooting a movie and then they want to establish a house where people are in, having a conversation, you see them establish the building first. That is what extreme wide does. That is when your extreme wide comes in, or you're trying to establish an environment where people are in or something. You get? You must establish your environment with an extreme wide. Now, we have another one, what we call the cowboy shot. The cowboy shot has to do from your waist down, your waist to your up level. From your waist to your up. Now, this shot is also part of storytelling too. It talks about you establishing what the person is holding, maybe a gun or something. You get? That is where the cowboy shot comes in. You tell them what the person is holding from the waist down to the up, down to the head above. You get? Now we have what we call the close-up shot. The close-up shot tells emotions. You get? The close-up shot is where you take from your shoulder down to your up. Sometimes you can call it the portrait shot. You understand? You can call it the portrait shot. There you have to establish from your shoulder length upwards. And this shot actually comes in when you're trying to tell emotions from someone. You're trying to connect the audience and the character telling the story. And that is why sometimes if you observe when you're watching a movie, this kind of shot comes in when they're actually saying something emotional, when both characters are saying something emotional to each other, and you feel connection from there. That is what this close-up shot talks about. The last one is what we call the extreme close-up. Now, this extreme close-up actually connects you to reactions. Do you understand? For example, you notice a character doing something, and then you see where the camera comes closer to the person's eye. You actually see the person's eye moving. That is the reaction we're talking about. Or maybe you get an intense feeling, or maybe there's something happening, and you see the character just moves his eyes or something. Do you understand? That is what reaction talks about when it comes to the extreme close-up. That is how you establish people's emotions or maybe people's reaction. You do an extreme close-up shot to get that reaction from the person. And secondly, details. You use an extreme close-up to tell the detail about something. You understand? For example, a product. You're actually zooming into a product and people want to see what this product talks about. You zoom into, you actually take your close-up shot, which gives you a clear picture of what you're seeing. But yes, people have actually seen the product very well. What does the product talks about? That is where your extreme close-up comes in, which establishes the write-up of that product, the things that the product talks about. So that is what we're talking about here. So everything you're doing, every camera frame you're shooting, be it an event, a movie, or anything, your framing tells a story and they must align. So if this video is actually helpful to you, please don't forget to follow, like, share, and please share this video. This video is actually helpful to you, which I know it will to some persons.